Greetings! In today's video, I want to talk fancy inks and shimmering things and something new that had me really excited, with good reason. What I have here are 3 lovely items from Ferris Wheel Press. Ferris Wheel Press is based in Ontario, Canada, and they specialize in fountain pen inks, fountain pens themselves, and also a few other really nifty fine stationery things. They've been making these for over 10 years. They have beautiful, unique packaging with really fun bottle shapes that you just want to display. Also, they have shop cats. That's always a winning point for me. I have 2 inks and 1 fountain pen to test out. The pen and one of the inks are part of the same release, or colorway, if I can say that. They are both in the color Hearty Harvest. The ink is described as amber butterscotch with rose gold shimmer. The pen is that same beautiful amber butterscotch color, which is like a nice muted orange. The pen has gold detail on the cap, and the bottle has a really lovely brass cap. The pen also comes with a converter, which is much appreciated. It makes sense, as Ferris Wheel Press don't make cartridges, but I'm glad to see it included and not an extra that we have to get on top of the pen and ink. The other ink is not something that I've seen a lot. It's black calligraphy ink with a silver shimmer. The unique bit is that it's an acrylic ink. Acrylic inks are not to be used in fountain pens or brush pens, as they would clog and ruin them. Partly because they dry to a waterproof polymer. Waterproof! A magic word to the ears of any illustrator using water-based mediums, or to my ears at least. You tell me an ink is waterproof, you have my attention immediately. And it's black ink, so it's very versatile. The shimmer is something that really appeals to me, as it's not a feature of waterproof black ink that I've ever seen. I know it will make for some really fun paintings with that little extra thing that makes them special to see in person. So I tested it all out. You saw my swatches and my water resistance tests. The regular ink was indeed not waterproof, but the calligraphy ink was indeed waterproof. So what I did is that I really wanted to try these out with an illustration. My plan was to ink it up with the waterproof ink, as you can see, and to use the regular ink to paint it out in a sort of monochrome way. I know the whole drawing has 2 colors, so technically duochrome, but the painting part of the process was done with only the orange ink, and I also did use the fountain pen for small details. I had such a fun time painting with these. The calligraphy ink performed perfectly as a waterproof inking ink, and I love its sparkle. The shimmer in the ink is not too present, it remains subtle, and the ink is a very nice, opaque, matte black. The second ink was also a lot of fun to use. At first, I was a bit worried that the shimmer would be absorbed into the watercolor paper, but it did not. It's just harder to see when the ink is wet. I was able to dilute it to get various intensities, and the ink took it really well. I know these inks are mostly for fountain pens or dip pens, but they also make for awesome painting supplies. The fountain pen is great to use as well, but it fares better on smoother, less absorbent paper than it does on watercolor paper. It is a great, lightweight pen that is very suitable to taking notes or to use in a planner. If you want to try some of these, I'll have links in the description. I'm very happy to share that I'm an ambassador for this brand, which means you can use my special code EB for a 10% discount on your purchase at the Ferris Wheel Press website. My personal recommendation goes to the black sparkly calligraphy ink, but everything I've tried from Ferris Wheel Press is amazing. I would love to try the other calligraphy inks that are equally waterproof. I think that could be super interesting from an illustration point of view. I'm curious, what do you think of these inks? Please let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. See ya in the next video. Bye!